Yeah, hello everyone. So this is Jyoti Sridhar. So today I would like to come with a new topic and meanwhile I'll discuss what is the topic. See, you're able to see this. This is nothing but a screenshot of normal phone, normal smartphone. So WhatsApp, YouTube, Insta, and whatnot. So many, platforms are here. So here we are using nowadays WhatsApp chatting and video posting and so images posting. So different kinds of platforms we are using in order for communication purpose. So not only this one, of course. So different kinds of e-commerce portals are there. A lot of communication channels are there and sensors are there. So lot of information is being generated. So daily at different kinds of sources. So so daily you have a look on how the information is being generated in the net, in the internet. So 2.1 millions, 3.10 millions from the so 1 million from Facebook, 4.5 millions from the YouTubes. So this is nothing but a big data. So every minute from the different kinds of sources throughout the world, a lot of information is being generated, different kinds of shares or maybe apps or maybe purchasings or maybe posts using all these things from the emails. A lot of data is being generated. So we can call it as, so that means we can explore lot of data generated in 1 minute. So email users are sending 204 millions of messages. So the Google receives nearly 4 lakh such queries. The Facebook users are sharing 2.4 millions of pieces of information. The Tinder so swipes nearly 416 millions times. The WhatsApp users shares nearly 34 nearly 34 lakhs of photos. Twitter so nearly 277 times. So Insta so Pandora, Apple users, Yelp users, Skype, so whatnot, YouTube users. So differently throughout the world, in a minute, a lot of information is being exchanging among the people. So a lot of information we can call is a lot of data that is called a big information data. In short, we are going to see this is called a big data. So the big data is nothing but a lot of information and how you're going to analyze that. So what kind of technologies we are using in order to store the data, in order to process the data. So these are all comes under a big data analytics. So the big data is being generated and big data analytics has so there is a importance is rising worldwide. So big data analytics means included. So what how could you collect the big data? How could you store the data? How to approach, how to apply the research, how to analyze, and how to visualize the data? So what kind of networks we are going to using? So in this concept, so we are going to see the big data, all these things related to big data. So I think you can come to understand what you're going to learn. So what you're going to see means here. So introduction to big data and the concepts, features, and challenges we are going to see. So big data refers, it is extremely large and complex data that can be easily be managed and processed and analyzed and using for processing of for technologies. So a big data is refers, it is extremely a large data and complex data sets that cannot be easily managed or processed and analyzed. So, so the concept of big data emphasizes on the use of advanced analytics, including machine learning, data mining, and artificial intelligence, to uncover the valuable insights in the particular pattern, which can take for decision making and strategic planning in businesses. So big data concepts are, so what are the characteristics of big data? What are the sources of big data? And so processing and storing technologies, analytical techniques, tools and platforms, and what are the applications? So big data concepts covers all these points. We will see one by one. So what are the big data characteristics? So big data characteristics mainly five characteristics. What they are is volume, velocity, variety, veracity, and value. So volume means here, so voluminous data, because so different kinds of sources. For example, see different kinds of sources like social media activists. So lot of information is being generated. So it refers to, so volume means it is raising terabytes to zettabytes of information is being generating in a particular fraction of seconds. So this data we can call it as large sized data. So that range maybe it is terabytes to zettabytes. So this data may be included as structured data or semi-structured data and unstructured data. So from the different kinds of various sources. For example, I would like to take, see, so I can take from Excel sheet a structured data. I can take Google Photos, it is, unstructured data. So likewise, so from the media sensors and transactional records, if you see, so whatever. So the data is voluminous data, that data is in different kinds, maybe structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. And next one is velocity of data, because the data is being generated, it describes the speed of the data. So very fast. So in the today, the fast paced digital world, data flows in a real time, and organizations need to be able to process and respond it quickly and to make the timely decisions. So the big data is generating very fast. So if you take the telecommunication channel, how many in the particular second, in the particular period of time or period of second or minute, how many times calls are receiving, how many members are doing calls, how many members are taking calls. So it is being generated, and how many people are posting the images, how many people are sharing the photographs, how many people are sharing the documents through mail or anything, any platform. So there is a as fast as the data is being generated from the different kinds of sources. So velocity means that the data speed, the generation of the data speed. A variety of sources. So variety of data means different types of data are being generated and collected. So structured data. So for example, we'll see unstructured data. All PDFs, JPG, MP3, and movies, these are all comes under unstructured data. And CSV files and MongoDB files and XML files are comes under semi-structured data. Oracle and Excel, MySQL, these are all comes under structured data. And veracity. Veracity means, for example, the value of the particular data, the quality of the particular data, the accuracy of the particular data. For example, if you see you're calculating some ANOVA test, you're doing ANOVA test, for example. So categorical versus continuous variable. So you're calculating p-value. So our p-value is going to be comparing with a 0.05, or the p-value is comparing with 0.01. The p-value is comparing with 0.0000. It indicates that all are right. But if you see the accuracy levels, once the p-value is comparing with 0.05, so our value is 99.95. And when the p-value is comparing to 0.01, our value is 99.999. That means the accuracy of the value we are going to comparing either with is 0.05 or 0.01. So in both cases, our data is being accurate, but the accuracy level, the percentage of accuracy level is being identified when comparing with p-value. So the veracity of the data, it describes the quality and reliability of the data. So with that data, the vast amount of data is available, ensuring its accuracy and consistency and trustworthiness is crucial for making our decisions. For example, I would like to come with another example. So if I ask you to create a WhatsApp group, so what you require the phone numbers. But I'm giving a particular data, the roll number, serial number, followed by the name, serial, and followed by their addresses, followed by their, parent names, and at last I'm giving the particular phone numbers. So I required only the particular phone numbers column. The remaining other columns are nearly, so surely I don't want the waste of information. So there is no, I don't want that. So So the data is being generated. So you have to take the accurate data for decision making. So that is called veracity. So the big data is being generated. That data is also being generated. It is in terms of big data, and that is also generating very quickly as early as quick as possible. It is generating, and you have to so the big data, the accuracy you have to take from the particular generation, fast generation of data. So that is called veracity. And value. So value means here the potential insights in the particular data, because you have to identify the different kinds of variables and you construct the relation between the variables in order to build the model based on the particular objective. So that can the particular data, can we see the insights? I mean, trustworthy insights in the particular veracity of the data. It gives the value in order to draw the decisions from the particular data. So it emphasizes on importance analyzing and interpreting the data effectively to derive meaningful insights that can drive the business decisions, innovations, and strategic planning. So here we can say these are all the characteristics of big data. So variety, structured, unstructured, and semi-structured. Volume, magnitude, voluminous data, velocity, and speed and delivery of the data. So insights, revenue insights in the is comes under value, and quality and the level of trust is called veracity of the data. And see what are the sources. Now we have seen what is big data, what are the characteristics we have seen. Then how could we, I mean, what are the sources in order to generate a particular data. So social media is a big platform, like Facebook, Twitter, Insta. These are all different kinds of platforms being generating a different kinds of data. And sensors of data, IoT devices are also be one of the data source generating a big data. So transactional data. So from the business activities, sales transaction, financial records, online purchases are also be treated as the databases. And web mobility activities, logs, user insights. So these are all different kinds of engagement patterns or comes under as sources for big data. And next one, so just these are all the different kinds of sources we have on our phone in order to create the big data, and different kinds of data are there. And now we will see, now we have seen the different kinds of data and different sources of data, and how can we store the particular data. So on here we can see the different kinds of storage technologies, among them so Hadoop. That is nothing but it is an open platform, it is an open framework designed for distributing and storaging and processing of large data sets across the clusters of computers. So it uses the so big data. So Hadoop. So there is so Hadoop uses Hadoop distributed file system. And one more thing is Apache Spark. It is also a open source, but it is going to be this engine known as a speed and use for ease to use. So Spark can be handle the real-time data and processing and often use it to tasks like streaming process and machine learning activities. And see, NoSQL databases, like traditional databases like NoSQL databases like MongoDB and Cassandra are designed to handle unstructured and semi-structured data so that they can take the suitable for big data applications. And to store any kind of data, so data lakes are also be used. So